Hello, my name is Matt Lewis. I'll be doing my commemorative speech on Robin Williams. Since Robin's passing, several details about his life have come to the surface. Even though his on screen appearances brought so much laughter, his real life featured a collection of sad and bad moments in between the beautiful ones. Even though Robin Williams brought joy to millions of people through his life, his own hardships began when he was still a kid. His dad was an automotive executive and his mother a fashion model. Both of them traveled so much, so he ended up staying at home, being raised by nannies and staff. Later, Robin opened up about how his dad would watch The Tonight Show with Jonathan Winters, and later understood that he could grow closer with his dad if he could just make him laugh. After researching Robin Williams' life and contributions to the comedic world, I began to better understand who he really was. Someone at Juilliard said that he was a genius, a comedic genius, who had one speed, full throttle. From the moment he burst into our lives as an alien on Happy Days, he amazed us with a range of talent that left us breathless. Yet behind the manic shtick of Robin Williams was a man who was deeply plagued by depression. He had other demons, such as alcohol and cocaine. Still, he kept us entertained to the very end, which made it all the more unfathomable to his legion of fans and admirers when he took his life at 63. Robin went from relative obscurity to instant fame, really in the space of just a couple months, and he really wasn't ready for it. As soon as he became famous, he indulged in the excesses that come with it, such as drugs, alcohol, and women. Just as he acted in the fast lane, so did he live his life. He quickly slipped into the habit of partying into the early hours, and still happened to be on set by 10 in the morning. There's no doubt that Robin was blessed with more physical energy than most. Inevitably, however, that energy began to burn out. He would sometimes fall asleep on the set. Today, we're going to look at some of his accomplishments. Next, we'll talk about his personal life and what his family life was like. And finally, we'll talk about Robin's alcohol and cocaine struggle. So to begin, Robin McLaurin Williams, born on July 21st, 1951, and died on August 11th, 2014. He was an American actor and comedian, known for his improvisational skills and a wide variety of characters he created on spur of the moment and portrayed on film, in dramas, and in comedies alike. He is regarded as one of the greatest comedians of all time. Williams began performing stand-up comedy in San Francisco, Los Angeles during the mid-1970s, and rose to fame playing the alien Mork in the ABC sitcom Mork and Mindy. Mork and Mindy. After his first leading film role in Popeye, he starred in several critically and commercially successful films, including The World According to Garp, Moscow on the Hudson, Good Morning Vietnam, Dead Poets Society, Awakenings, The Fisher King, Patch Adams, 1 Hour Photo, The World's Greatest Dad, and he also starred in the box office successes such as Hook, Aladdin, Mrs. Doubtfire, Jumanji, Birdcage, Good Will Hunting, and The Night of the Museum Trilogy. He was nominated for 4 Academy Awards, winning Best Supporting Actor for Good Will Hunting. He also received 2 Primetime Emmy Awards, 6 Golden Globe Awards, and 2 Screen Actor Guild Awards, and 5 Grammy Awards. Most of his acting career we already knew about, so how about his family life? Williams married his first wife, Valerie Velarde, on June 1978, following a live-in relationship with comedian Elaine Boosler. Velarde and Williams met in 1976 when he was working as a bartender at a tavern in San Francisco. Their son, Zachary Williams, was born in 1983. Velarde and Williams ended up divorcing by 1988. While it was reported that Williams began the affair with Zachary's nanny, Marcia, in 1986, Velarde stated in a 2018 documentary, Robin Williams, "Come Inside My Mind," that the relationship with Marcia began after the two had separated. On April 30th, 1989, Williams married Marcia, who was 6 months pregnant with his child. They ended up with 2 kids, Zelda and Cody. In March 2008, Marcia filed for divorce from Williams, citing irreconcilable differences. Their divorce was finalized in 2010. Williams married his third wife, graphic designer Susan Schneider, on October 22, 2011, in St. Helena, California. The two lived in their house on the Sea Cliff, San Francisco. Robin said, "My children give me the greatest sense of wonder, just to see them develop into these extraordinary human beings." Knowing the life Robin led, the part he didn't want people to know involved his addiction to cocaine and alcohol. During the 70s and 80s, Williams had an addiction to cocaine. He was a casual friend to John Belushi, and the Saturday Night Live comic's death in 1982 from a drug overdose, which happened the morning after the two had partied together, along with the birth of his own son Zach, prompted him to quit drugs and alcohol. Robin said, "Was it a wake-up call? Oh yeah, on a huge level. The grand jury helped too." Williams later said Belushi's death, "It sobered the shit out of me." Williams turned to exercise and cycling to help alleviate his depression shortly after Belushi's death. According to the bicycle shop owner Tony Tom, Williams said, "Cycling saved my life." 2003, Williams started drinking again while working on a film in Alaska. In 2006, he checked himself into a substance abuse rehabilitation center in Newberg, Oregon, saying he was an alcoholic. Years afterward, Williams acknowledged his failure to maintain sobriety, but said he never returned to using cocaine. In mid-2014, Williams admitted himself into Hazelden Foundation Addiction Treatment Center in Center City, Minnesota, for treatment for alcoholism. Just followed by, on August 11th, 2014, age 63, Williams died by suicide at his home in Paradise City, California. His autopsy revealed undiagnosed Lewy body disease. So in conclusion, Robin Williams is regarded as one of the greatest comedians of all time. His family life was a mess according to himself, but was truly loved by his family. Robin had a lot to deal with in his life and chose drugs that ultimately played a part in the ending of his own life. The legendary story of Robin Williams and his ability to make everyone laugh will be remembered through the ages. And to close with one of my favorite quotes, "You're only given a little spark of madness. You mustn't lose it." Robin Williams.